Welcome to this new Flight Simulator update movie. In this movie, we're going to look at the latest additions to the marketplace for Flight Simulator 2020, the PC version. And we start off with the A320 flights from John F. Kennedy, volume number 1, created by VA Systems. This one contains 60 routes for the A320, and it will take you from John F. Kennedy to multiple areas across the world, right? They are replicating the early morning rush out of New York City, so that's really cool. So what's included? In this case, 4 custom Asobo A320 liveries and 60 A320 routes, which will take you from John F. Kennedy to multiple parts of the world. You can use the A320 from Asobo, the default one. It's not yet the V2, but I do expect they will, start shifting to the V2 version soonish. Then we've got the A320 routes American Airlines volume number 3, created by the same developer. In this case, you'll depart from the primary hubs of American Airlines, which means Miami, Dallas, Los Angeles, New York, JFK, Chicago, Charlotte, Philadelphia, and Phoenix, to Mexico City and Cancun, right? So you're flying to Mexico in this case. 28 A320 routes. In this case, liveries are also included. So have fun with it. A little bit dark picture, but nice one. Then we're continuing our schedules. In this case, the A320 schedules, British Airways volume number 5. It's already the 5th package, which includes 55 routes for the A320, featuring 18 distinct routes from the primary hub of British Airways, London Heathrow, to various destinations in Portugal, Hungary, Austria, and Gibraltar. Also, in this case, the liveries are included, and here you can see one of them. And for those who are familiar with airports, leave a comment in the box which airport it is. I do think which one it is. I'm pretty sure I am. But challenge for you, leave a comment in the comment box and then you will get the honors. Then we've got Nordheim Missions. They released the Adventure Amazon River. Nordheim Missions always releasing boost trips, but in this case it takes place in the Amazon, which will take you to South America, right? You can see 9 countries: Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, Bolivia, Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana. And that's really cool. You can use either the Cessna Grand Caravan or the Bonanza G35, and it has 3,000 nautical miles and includes 15 stages. That's really cool because it takes you from the mouth into the Atlantic Ocean in Brazil to the source of the Peruvian Andes. So a lot of cool things which are there. In addition to the 2 boost trips, you will get 3 landing challenges. 1 in Brazil, 1 in Colombia, and 1 in Peru. So have fun with this package if you consider buying this one. And here you can see some screenshots, right? Which are, let's say, parts which you'll visit during these boost trips. And you can see it looks really cool. Don't expect that any new scenery is included. It only includes the routes which are part of this mission pack. But it takes you to beautiful areas across the world, right? Especially in this case, South America, of course, because that's where it takes place. Then we're going back to VA Systems. They released the Air Tours Balearic Islands as a new type of package, which they started to release recently. And you will fly across the world, flying at low altitudes in a selection of general aviation aircraft. In this case, 3. The Diamond DA-62, the Cessna 2OB Grand Caravan, and the Cessna CG-4 Citation. You will fly, again, using the Balearic Island Air Tours. 108 unique scenarios, which will take you to, that part of the world. Deliveries are included and so one-click flying, which means that you can simply set it up and then you can decide if you want to start at the gate or you want to start directly taxiing, which will make it much easier. In this case, as you can see, one of the CD4 liveries in the screenshot. Then probably something which some of you might have been waiting for. It's the Airbus A340-300 by LFVR. So this is, I would say, one of the biggest airliners which has been released recently, right? Well, except the, what was it? The Boeing 777, if I'm correct. There are more flights being announced by multiple, developers. In this case, the A330, keep in mind that it might not be 100% working yet because they mentioned, hey, some of the features They will be released, but in a later stage. But what's included in that case? Well, the customized systems of the Airbus A340-300, simulating its basic cockpit functionalities. And here you already see the word basic cockpit functionalities. Highly detailed exterior and interior model with high definition textures. Then there's the realistic A330 cockpit with functionality in most of the basic systems. And there's the simulation of the auto transfer of the trim tag based on the aircraft's center of gravity and auto logic. Fuel dumping capabilities if you need to dump fuel. And there's a cabin model which includes the business class, premium economy, economy seats, and galleys. And there are 33 custom liveries included from real world airlines and real operators for this aircraft. Flight dynamics that reassemble the A330-300 and characteristics, power management, fuel systems, etc., as well as the VNAV implementation and an electronic flight bag, right? Also known for the EFB, with weather, aircraft loading, SimBrief integration, Navigraph charts, and a GSE options. Right? Keep in mind that for the Navigraph charts, you need to have the subscription, else it won't work. The Navigraph OANS, the onboard airport navigation system, it's also implemented on the navigation display, and that also requires a subscription. Of course, SimBrief flight plan, that one, you don't need a subscription for that. So you can simply create it and then import it into the aircraft. The ground systems can be managed by the EFB as well as the cabin interior depicting in the selected airline, which means that they're having custom logos based on the airline you select, realistic sounds, and future updates coming in the upcoming months. Well, enough talk, let's look at the screenshots. You can see the Air France livery, the Emirates, Air Tahiti, and this is the inside of the aircraft, of course. Pretty nice. Also, you can see the usage, right? So it does not look very clean. That's normal, I would say. Here you can see a small screenshot of the EFB. And then here are the systems which you normally would expect in the aircraft. And also, of course, there's the default A330 livery, as well as a special one for the Olympics. This is also what I like, right? All the detail across the engine. It's not completely white. You can see that there's, I would say, some usage and some wear, which is good. Top of the cockpit. You can even load some stuff into the aircraft, as it looks like. Also pretty nice. And also all the basic systems are working, right? So keep in mind, it's not 100% ready, right? That's also what they mention in their blog post. But it will receive future updates, which will add more functionality. Then we've got Perfect Flight, which has released the airline fleets Air France. And as the name already tells you, it's dedicated to Air France. In this case, 12 liveries, including modern, classic, and retro paints. And these are the aircraft which are supported, right? So the Douglas DC-3, the Airbus A310, 320, Boeing 747, as well as the Boeing 787. And if you apply that logic, then you will get this. So this is the DC-3, the A320, I think, will also be the A310, and this is likely the 320. You can see that they released multiple packages, also including multiple liveries, which is really cool, including probably liveries which have never been used on this one. The Boeing. So nice. Then we've got airport-based training, Abu Dhabi, Oscar Mike Alpha Alpha by VA Systems. In this case, you can practice your base training skills, which is take off, circle around, and land again using the A320, Boeing 747, as well as the Boeing 787. Keep in mind that for the Boeing 787, you need to have the deluxe version of Flight Simulator. If you don't have it, you can still fly a lot of the scenarios. But if you've got the deluxe version, you can select out of 72 unique scenarios which you can fly using the multiple aircrafts. So really cool. And again, liveries are included. Then we've got the Airport SID Training Manchester, Echo Golf Charlie Charlie. And that allows you to practice your outbound skills from Manchester Airport using the A320, Boeing 747, as well as the Boeing 787. And then use one of the 10 standard instrumental departures outbound from Manchester. Keep in mind that again, for the Boeing 787, you need to have the deluxe version. If you've got all three of them, then you can select one of the 180 scenarios to fly outbound from Manchester Airport. Then we've got the first airport, Malam Aminu Kano Airport, Delta November Kilo November. That's in, where is it located? It's in Kano, the capital city of the Kano state of Nigeria. So it was a Royal Air Force station, but now it's become part of the country, right? So now it's, let's say, used for passenger flights. Not too much details, but let's have a look at the screenshots. So here you can see the tiles, right? You can see multiple, let's say, buildings with a lot of realism implemented. Also some jetways included and some, let's say, supporting buildings. So pretty cool. Then scrolling down the list, we find the next one, which is Luton Airport, Echo Golf Golf Whiskey by Ini Builds. So this is, probably a nice airport. It's also high quality and it allows you to fly, say, to one of the 160 destinations from this airport. Here's some screenshots because there's not too much information included. And it's known for, I would say, EasyJet, right? Because I think that's one of the largest operators on the airport. You can see that also some interiors there for the traffic tower, some external supporting devices, some ground vehicles. And a lot of detail, right? You can see that even on the buildings, you can see the usage, right? Traffic tower, as mentioned already. Reflections also included. So if you love flying from the UK and if you love having some interior in your terminal buildings, then you might want to buy this one. It's not too expensive, to be honest, and it adds a lot of detail, as you can see. Then the next one is the North Palm Beach Airport, Foxtrot 45 by UK 2000 Scenery. This is using the UK 2000 Scenery Common Library, which you can download for free from the marketplace. In this case, they updated the airport, also known as the North Palm Beach County Airport, or simply North County Airport, and it's located 3 miles southeast of the Central District of Palm Beach Gardens in Palm Beach County, Florida. Not too much included besides the information about the airport itself, like the runways and systems which are available. But here you can see some screenshots, right? So looks like it's not used for very large aircrafts, more the business jets. You can see that the, I would say, hangars can be opened. You can see an old DC-3 standing there. Ground support is there. Pictures from the air, where you can see the overview of the aircraft or airportry. So this one is also pretty cool. Flamingos. Watch out that you don't hit them. Then you've got the Musufu 1 International Airport, Foxtrot X-Ray Mike. This is an airport in Lesotho. That's in Africa, if I'm correct. And it's serving Masuru, the capital city of Lesotho. Airport is also named in honor of Masuhusu I, king of Lesotho in the 1850s. It's roughly 18 kilometers southeast of downtown Masuru, and it contains a runway length, includes a 200-meter display threshold on runway 04. Not too much other details besides the pictures they've shared. And here you can also see the usage, also the cracks in the, I would say, concrete. Really cool. So they added a lot of detail to this one. So you can, I would say, if you love flying in that area, then you can have a look at it. You can also see that it has been modernized, right? The solar panels. So pretty cool. Then we find another one in Florida. The Florida Keys Marathon Airport, Kilo Mike Tango Hotel by Spinoza. It's a public airport located along the Overseas Highway US 1 in Marathon in Monroe County, Florida, United States. It's a pretty big airport. And in January 2022, the Million Air acquired the former Marathon Jet Center. So that's cool. What do they have more for details? It offers 180 miles of 800 different keys. Your visit will provide you with a glimpse into the different ecosystems, turquoise air waters for boating, and world-renowned fishing, not to be missed epic sunsets. Keep in mind that there's a caution over here. The World Update liveries, USA, Nordic countries, Oceania, are required for the best visuals on this airport. So make sure that if you don't have all the World Updates installed, that you install it before using it. And there's also another one, the T6 text in airplane is not included. So that's static, say static content. And here we can see the airport, right? CG4, where some maintenance is being performed. People waiting. And here you can also see a lot of usage, right? It's pretty realistic. Baggage cars. The Air Museum. If you love to visit a museum, then you can also do that here. The customs. Then the sheriff's office. So a lot of, I would say, things on the airport, but also around or in the near area of the airport, right? So some supporting buildings. Then we've got the next one, which is Springfield Branson National Airport, Kilo Sierra Golf Foxtrot by RW Profiles. It's a medium-sized airport in the heart of Missouri, served by American Airlines and a lot of other ones, as you can see, as well as a few charters. And in addition to that, there's the FedEx and UPS for cargo flights. Not too many other things are here, right? So let's have a look at the screenshots. And this one is, it looks really cool, right? So they also included the parking spots for normal cars. But here we can see some pictures of the airport itself, including the jetways. Here you can also see the usage on the tiles of the parking spots. Some supporting buildings are included. Also the interior of the terminal building, including security check. Then the freighter aircrafts. So pretty nice one here. If you love flying in the US, then this might be one package which you want to buy. Then we've got the livery pack France Southwest by France VFR. They're releasing a lot of packages which are fully, say, focusing on VFR flights. In this case, what they did is 15 very accurate, ultra high definition 4K liveries for the most famous aircrafts like the DA4, Cessna 172, 152, the Captain, the PC6, and the Piper Cup. So that's included, as well as 4K ultra high resolution textures, smooth optimization on text and curves. So although they call this the, I would say, livery pack, it's purely focused on the liveries for these aircrafts, right? So be aware of that, if you're not surprised. Normally they're, I would say, releasing a lot of VFR packages, but it looks like that they also made a change now to start delivering liveries for the smaller aircrafts, as you can see. So if you love flying these aircrafts, again, smaller ones, then you can consider to buy this package. If you want to fly using different liveries, it's not the price, right? It's not too expensive, but still add some more realism. Then we've got Locovardi Sport Aerodrome Lima Whiskey 74 by SoFly. It's in Skopje, and Skopje is in North Macedonia, right? So you can explore it by departing from this airport. So what are features? Well, the on-site photogrammetry used to recreate the airfields, 4K resolution texturing, custom 3D objects, as well as created and designed by the renowned developer Theo Garovsky, which is known for his, would say, highly detailed airports, but the smaller ones in that area. Unfortunately, not too many pictures, more pictures of aircrafts, but not too many pictures of the airport itself. Then we've got Manila Bay, Philippines by CLI 4D Designs. It allows you to update your scenery for the Manila Bay in the Philippines along the coastal areas of the Ternate and Nasugba, right? So it will add a lot of cool things, including these items like helipads, drivable roads, detailed coastline, gorgeous rock formations, covers a large area for you to explore small islands, historical sites, as well as custom models with PBR textures. And if you apply that, then you will get like this, right? Also flamingos again. So flamingos are popular this week. But as you can see, right, this looks really magnificent. So if you love flying in that area and you love upgrading your scenery, then this could be a package which you want to buy because it adds a lot of things which you love or might love, right? So heli spots, as you could see. The water also received an update, as it looks like. Another heli spot or helipad 3. So cool stuff from CLI for the designs. Then we've got the Charles Kirkconnell Airport, Mike Whiskey, Charlie Bravo by Salvo Corporation. It's in the Caribbean on the Grand Cayman Islands. And the Salvo Corporation developed it together with Global Design, right? So what's included? Highly detailed models with high resolution PBR textures, up-to-date runway, taxiway apron and stand layout, as well as a custom and accurate taxiway signature and realistic dynamic lighting. So as you can see, it's on an island, right? Including some, I would say, nice boats. And here's the airport itself. You can see that they implement also the usage of the building or the wear of the building, including water reflections, which is really nicely done. And the airport, not too many pictures, unfortunately, but I would say enough to get a first impression. Then we've got Tauranga Region Airport, November Zulu Tango Golf. It's in New Zealand, created by NZA Simulations. So in this case, it's a special one because it says Tauranga Airport Region and North Island, New Zealand. But if you look at this, then there are 3 airports and 1 heliport included. So you won't get 1 airport, but you get 3 of them. Tauranga Airport, Waihi Beach Aerodrome, Motiti Island, as well as the Tarangu Hospital Heliport, right? So this is the heliport. The other ones are airports, full 3D custom modeled airports, right? Including the supporting buildings, as well as the Classic Flyers Museum with 5 aircrafts included in the National Airways Corp de Havilland DH-140 Heron. Then there are some other points included. The port, custom models, and the Mount Monguki surroundings, multi-islands reworked, and several other cool things are there. If you look at the interiors, they also spend some time on the interiors, like, for example, the Tauranga Airport Terminal, including Koru Lounge upstairs, 8 seat towers, some hangars are included, 3D people, animated hangar doors, custom animated flags, and a lot of other cool stuff. And here we can see some screenshots, right? So let's browse to them and let's see if we can find some nice things. As you can see, these airports are not too big, right? But there is still a lot of detail which you can find on them. So also the helicopter spot, of course. Some people waiting outside, including parked cars, including the terminal interior, as they already mentioned in the release notes. So a lot of cool stuff in this package. So 3 airports, 1 helipad. Airports are not too big, and you can see they're spread across, I would say, New Zealand. Then we've got Pengu Airport, Romeo Charlie, Quebec Charlie by FS Formosa. That's an island in the middle of the Taiwan Strait. It's a joint airport, both by military and civilian say aircraft being used. During winter, the prevalent northeast monsoon presents challenges for flight operations in the real world, not mentioned to the flight simulator enthusiast. So if you love flying and challenging yourself, then this could be a package which you want to buy. Besides the airport, there are some points of interest included. The Maduyu Lighthouse, the Pengu Great Bridge, the Kamayu Lighthouse, the Xixing Rainbow Bridge, and the Tongpayu Geopark. And then some helipads included, which are in Pengu, the Jibai, and the Tri-Service General Hospital Pangu branch. And this is what you will get. So a lot of, let's say, ground vehicles, as you can see, but also a lot of, let's say, details, which we'll see in a few screenshots. You can see a lot of, let's say, scooters, right? Some other stuff. This is the runway, of course. Some fighter jets. That's the lighthouse. The bridge. Probably the other one was the old bridge. Another lighthouse. So pretty interesting. Then we've got the Romi Miyako Airport by Gate 15 scenery. It is located approximately 300 kilometers southwest of Okinawa main island, Japan. And it's used by, I would say, multiple aircraft, as you can see. And these are the screenshots, right? So there's not too much detail in this one. But so you can see ground vehicles, you can see jetways, you can see usage also on the runway itself. Some parking spots are included, including people watching the departing and the arriving aircrafts. Nicely built, this one. Also a lot of, I'm not sure what it was, radar stations in this case. So this one also looks really cool, right? A lot of details. Unfortunately, a lot of dark pictures, not light pictures. But you can see that they also spent some time on improving the night lighting. Then we've got the Humber Bridge by The Secret Studio. It's a bridge between Hessel and Barton in the East Riding of Yorkshire, England. And they completely revamped this bridge to make it more realistic, right? So it's fully modeled suspension bridge and approach roads, custom local bridge traffic, the Hessel foreshore facilities and the medieval cottages, as well as custom animated characters, seagull floats, corrections to the former broad aerodrome, and the custom aerial imagery, as well as the regular red arrows fly past. So not only the bridge, but also some other cool stuff. Maybe there's a picture to that, so let's have a look, right? So this is the bridge, and here you can see the red arrows, right? So they're also practicing in that area. You can see some supporting buildings for the bridge. So this is really the bridge itself, right? So nothing more. You don't get, I would say, those red arrows. It's simply, I would say, simulated, but it's not there. And well, you can, I would say, chance yourself by flying over the bridge or under the bridge, of course. So nice bridge. A lot of detail, as you can see. You can see the red arrows again. They're not flyable, but they're, I would say, animated. So pretty nice. Then, last but not least, we've got the Delphi International Airport, Victor India Delta Papa by Cascadia Approach. It's in India. So what did they do? They did a lot of things. They made terminals, Terminal 1, 2, and 3. Terminal 1 was expanded recently and it's fully functional. Terminal 1 and 3 contains interiors, including the famous Encalm Lounge, as well as the traffic goes up to the terminal road. A newly built elevated taxiway which crosses the central road. And right there's some remarks about it. And the texture are high quality. So if you look at the screenshots, let's see how well that is being reflected. So these are, I would say, some screenshots, right? Including some pictures of the interior. This is the outside, right? You can see the usage. Roads to the airport. So this one is also, I would say, nice. People waiting. Aircraft landing. And this is what you get with the Delphi International Airport. And with that, we went to all the 26 new items. So a lot of, I would say, boost trips or flights or mission packs. Several new aircraft, several new airports. So choose wisely, I would say. Here ends this video. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, then consider to use the like button. If you got questions or comments, then feel free to post them in the comment box below. And if you want to stay up to date about new videos I'm posting, then make sure that you're subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.